najuta.
Wow, ngoma tamu. Kupendana naye, kukosana naye. Ni Art and Culture Monday hapa KUTV Rise today. It's 9 minutes past 8 a.m. East African time. Na inakuwa tamu tena zaidi. I see people pale katika mitandao ya kijamii, especially Facebook, are doing very fine. They are talking to us. This is the way to talk to us. Ingia pale Facebook, tuko live hapo hivyo. Share the link with your friends and family hapo hivyo. Wapate kutazama Art and Culture Monday. Na soma ujumbe wake Yvonne Mwende. Yvonne Mwende is saying, this is amazing. Ojuang mtoto wa Mariam. I never knew that you are not only fluent in Kiswahili, but also English. Keep the fire burning. I'm watching you live and the show is just fire emojis. Blazing ukipenda. The show is blazing. Kama Manchester United hapo jana. Oh my God, we are celebrating the Swahili culture, but we are going to do this in a diverse way, in an urban way, because we have to incorporate the English in it. I'm asking you pale katika mitandao ya kijamii, what do you know about the Swahili culture? What do you love about the Swahili culture? And talking about Swahili culture, the Kenya Music and Cultural Festivals this year, 2021, will be celebrated in the coast. And right here, I'm with the chairperson of the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival, Dr. Professor Emily Akuno, will be sharing with us one or two things concerning this festival, who it benefits, its mandate, its roles and responsibilities, vision and mission, and how you can participate if you wish to participate in the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival. But before that, have a lounge set. Right, as I told you, we are on set and I am joined by Professor Emily Akuno, who is the chairperson, Kenya Music and Cultural Festival. Kenya Music and Cultural Festival will be celebrating 94th edition. This happens yearly.
This is annual.
So it means for 94 years, Kenya Music and Cultural Festival has been in existence.
But we didn't have a festival in 2020. Somehow, I tell people 2020 didn't happen.
2020.
That one.
Corona.
That one. A lovely name, but not such a lovely feeling, is it?
I love the name too, but not it. Have you seen even the virus, how they make them look adorable, like some kind of cartoons?
Like cartoons or like a lampshade?
Yeah.
You know, something really beautiful.
But very fatal.
Lethal, so to speak. However, let's put that aside. But yes, for 94 years, we have had the Kenya Music Festival. Mm-hmm. Started in 1927. Mm-hmm. That was before the place called Kenya acquired its current existence. Yes.
And it's going down from 3rd to 9th December at the coast.
Yes, Mombasa 001, we are coming.
Tuasija, watu wa Mombasani, tuasija, itakuwa ni taratibu. We'll be knowing the events that will happen there, because I understand that this year we'll be having even spoken word in the festivals. But before all that, Professor, I would like you to introduce yourself officially. Before, if I decide to introduce you, as I was talking to you earlier, I told you that I was going through your CV, and at some point, I had to put my phone down, go, take a sip of cold water, not hot, cold water, then come back. But I still have time. Naeza soma na nifikia. Hapo umefika.
Asante sana. My name is Emily Akuno, a Kenyan citizen, born and bred in Kenya. I am a product of Kenyatta University. The department, then it was the Department of Music, then it became the Department of Music and Dance, then it became the School of Music and Music Institute and all of that. But I am just grateful to be a Kenyan where there is so much music, so much culture, and an opportunity to develop and grow there's a lot of space for that. And the Kenya Music Festival, the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival is one of those spaces. That is where I have grown.
Professor, music has taken you places. Music has made you go to South Africa to train others. Please touch on your role as a professor, as a lecturer, as a head of departments outside Kenya.
Thank you. My teaching career began at Kenyatta University. I came in as a graduate assistant way back before some people that I'm seeing here were born. So we shall not go that far back. They're all looking at me. And after lots of work and lots of encouragement and lots of support, I became an associate professor of music here. Then I took a 3-year break, went to South Africa, went to the University of KwaZulu-Natal, where I was head of the School of Music for 3 years, and then I came back. At the moment, I am professor of music at the Technical University of Kenya, but I serve as a deputy vice chancellor in charge of academic affairs at the Cooperative University of Kenya.
Wow. That's the future me, ladies and gentlemen. This year we are celebrating the resilience of Kenyans in safeguarding the health of our nation. Why this theme? Is it because we are in post-COVID attack, or what inspired this theme?
Yes, the theme was COVID inspired. As you rightly mentioned earlier, this is an annual event. And so in 2019, we were ready, we were preparing for 2020, and then 2020 didn't happen. So in the process, we decided to have a 2-year syllabus to cover 2020 because we didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
We really hoped that things would change and we would be able to have a festival. And so celebrating the resilience of Kenyans was an apt theme. And the resilience, when we talk about health, you know, health is not necessarily just physical health. How about emotional health, mental health, economic health, cultural health, spiritual health, all of those. And within this festival, remember it is Kenya Music and Cultural Festival. And culture speaks to what we are, who we are, what we do, the way we do it, etc. And so all of those fit in to this celebration that we have this year, the resilience of Kenyans.
Because Kenyans are resilient.
Oh, yes, we
There was
are.
a time we used to worry. We were saying now that we are a third world country, now that we can't manage to make our own vaccines and all that we will die, that we will go down, all of us. But miraculously, we are resilient. We are still here to celebrate the 94th edition. Now, in the things that you promote as Kenya Music and Cultural Festivals, one of them that I love is the use of Kiswahili and sign language. These two languages, even though they touch us, like Kiswahili has been part of us, but at some point it was not that talked about. But you people are celebrating it. So as a way of you encouraging use of Kiswahili in Kenya Music and Cultural Festivals, is it that you are bringing in Swahili pieces, or how are you promoting that?
Thank you so much. Let me just go back. There's something you said and I wanted to mention, but it has kind of gone. I think it will come back. Kiswahili, language, intangible culture, smack within the core of what we do at the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival. And in the both music and dance, in theater, in film, Kiswahili as the language of expression has a very prominent position. And so we have mashairi, we have songs that can be composed and sung in Kiswahili. And again, this time, the fact that we're going to the coast, we really expect a lot in the coastal languages as well as in Kiswahili. And so one of the things that we also know now, let me put on my academic hat, is that Kiswahili is a language that is being studied globally.
Yes.
And if you look in social media, you will find all those songs from Kenya now being sung in theaters, in performance halls world over. When I saw the first one, I think it was a Japanese choir that was singing a sacred piece. I said, wow. But this morning, or was it last night, somebody shared with me a clip of a group that was singing Ngulo. And if you know Ngulo, you know where it comes from. It is between here and Mombasa, where we're going to.
Yeah.
So Kiswahili and our languages are seriously encouraged because these are our verbal expressions of our culture. And as you know, sometimes the things that we experience, we don't have equivalent verbal expressions for them in certain languages. And Kiswahili is perfect because through Kiswahili there are certain things that we do and we experience which we can express appropriately.
For people who are this generation, the young generation, 18 and under, when you talk about Kenya music and cultural festivals, all they think of is that music festivals that happen for schools and colleges. But I understand that these Kenya music and cultural festivals is for adults over 18. Who are the stakeholders? Who are participating? How are these people getting to participate or getting a chance to participate in Kenya music and cultural festivals this year?
Thank you. So a little bit of history. When the festivals began in 1927, they were small for a small community who could access them. And come 1985, the festival had grown. Those who may be able to read their history, you do remember that from around 1978, choral music grew. The parastatals, the churches, the government ministries, the schools, all the institutions had choirs. And within those choirs also, the other performing arts were growing. And so from 1985, it was just too large to have one Kenya Music Festival. And a decision was made after a lot of consultation, and we're really grateful for the leadership at that time, that we would split the festival. So the schools, the educational institutions, sometimes when you say schools, you kind of, one feels that you've left out all the tertiary institutions.
Yeah.
The educational institutions retained the Kenya Music Festival terminology or name. And so that is handled by the Ministry of Education. The Kenya Music and Cultural Festival was then started at that time. This is domiciled at the Department of Culture. So how do you get in? You need to be a Kenyan at the moment.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a Kenyan.
But just have Kenyan content.
You need to have access, and we will give you the information. And yes, over 18 is best because, you know, in my mind, I have always believed that, and let me backtrack again, Kenya has so many festivals. We have church festivals. We have cultural festivals all over, you know, like the different counties have their own, the different cultural communities, the different linguistic communities have their festivals. And my belief is that the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival should be the culmination of all of these festivals. That you should, for example, you who are in education, should find in the Kenya Music Festival, the one for the education institutions, the space to grow. And then when you are out of school, you can come to the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival now to demonstrate all that you have developed. But it is still a space for growing. So all you need to do as an individual, especially who is over 18, as a youth group, as a cultural group, as a church choir, as a county government choir, or as an entity that exists in any county or a parastatal choir, etc., you need to get in touch with us at the office, and we will give you guidance on how to register. But what we tend to do, what we normally do, remember, culture is now devolved.
Yeah.
So we start from the county.
Yeah.
And wherever you are in Kenya, you're in a county.
Yeah.
So
and after the counties, we go to nationals.
We come to the nationals.
As you said, Professor, that Kenya Music Festivals is a platform for people to grow. I can attest to that because I'm a product of Kenya Music Festivals for the schools and colleges now.
Congratulations. Now I'm waiting for you.
They built me. Now after school, I was wondering how can I join, and you said there are ways people can join. My producer, Ryan Gure, was a very good musician. He was
No
in
wonder
Red
he
Fort
looks
Chorus,
familiar.
and he's been asking me, can I get to choirs? Can I get to choirs? If he will be in choir and participate in Kenya music and cultural festivals, then I will accept.
That is so. But there's a new class that doesn't need for you to be in a choir. Well,
you can do this solo.
There are solo classes, but there's another one. There's one that we have introduced, the chairperson's class.
Hey. no, these are people, or it's just you who selects.
No. All you need is to identify which art form you're good at. And I can see one in the studio being very good at his art form. And I can see one talking to me right now who was in choir.
Visual and audio.
Yes, remember, the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival deals with film, with music, with dance, with elocution, with theater, with drama, and the other artistic displays, any creative display like fine art, etc. And so you would need to identify 5 of your good pieces, just 5. One of them you would either designate as a set piece, or you would take it, if you're coming, for example, as a soloist, there are solo classes within the festival, so you could pick one of those pieces as your set piece. And you send us this list of 5 items that you want to enter for this chairperson's class, and we will call you. You will show us or display to us that set piece, and then we will select from the other 4 which one that we look at. And that is the first round.
They are rounds.
That is the first round.
So you can have 5, but not all the 5 will go through.
No. At the first sitting, you will give us that first one, and then we might ask you to give us one more, and then we'll select one. Remember, you gave us 5. Then the second round, we will take 5 people from that first round for that class, whether they were in theater, whether they were in film, etc. And then they will come and perform again that set piece. Remember, we'll have given some comments. So that set piece should have been improved. And then we may ask them to select another one to give, and then we will select one more. That was round 2. And then out of this, we will take the best 3 and we'll go to the finals.
Interested parties, now you know you don't have to be in a group. You can do this solo in a very simple way. Professor.
Whether you're a dancer, a singer, a fine artist, a poet, it doesn't matter.
There's a place for you.
There is.
There's a place for your talent to grow. Professor, what is the collaboration between the Kenya Music and Cultural Festivals and the Kenyatta University?
Kenyatta University had the first post-secondary education space for music training in 1965, when the Kenyatta College was established. The department was created to train teachers. Remember, Kenyatta University started off as a teacher education space, especially to train teachers for the secondary school. So Kenyatta University has either directly trained the practicing musicians or trained those who trained them. Kenyatta University has also given us over a lot of period of time adjudicators and trainers. Kenyatta University currently hosts the vice chair of the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival in the person of Dr. Emmanuel Shikuku from the Film and Theatre School or Department.
My very good friend.
That's your good friend. That is my very good colleague. Very able, very energetic, very articulate. And if you're not careful, he speaks to you in German as well. So you're right there.
Professor, people get to office, people leave offices. In your role as a chairperson for Kenya Music and Cultural Festivals, what is your vision? What do you wish to accomplish before your tenure ends as a chairperson?
Thank you so much. There's so much that I'd like to see happening. Number 1, I would like to see more of us participate in the festival. Now, participation does not mean standing up to be judged. Participation, you can be a participating audience. So I'd love to see more people come in. I would love to have us. Remember, we are under the Department of Culture. I'd like to see a bigger collaboration with the tourist sector, with the tourism industry, so that we are on the tourist circuit. Because this is a space, this is a one-stop shop for all the cultural events that anybody visiting Kenya would want to see. So I'd like to see that collaboration. I'd also like to see longer lasting partnerships with industry, that is one, but also with the corporate world, with anthropologists, anybody who would wish to invest in the growth and the development of a Kenyan creative. This is one space. Because remember, as like every other festival, we have training, we have workshops, and we would appreciate having somebody to come walk with us, provide the facilities, provide the resources, so that we can have long-lasting training events for our people. Finally, I would like this to be a lot more international than it is at the moment, and those are the things that I'd like to see happening. And I hope that when I hand over to the next chair, I will be saying, yes, we achieved several of these.
He will be talking like Paul. This is my Timothy, and he's coming to just continue what I started. Professor,
but not be restricted by what I have done. The creative space is large and wide. And I'm sure that they will be able to do a lot more than we have done. Thank
Professor, you wish to go international. For 94 years that have passed, times are changing. The world is going digital. Now, not everyone who will make it to the coasts, not everyone who will be able to attend, but people can do that online. Do we have platform? I understand that last month, Kenyatta University had its Culture Week, where Dr. Emmanuel Shikuku, your vice chair, took a very huge part. They made sure that they are going digital via live streaming and all that. People who will not make it to the coast, will they access the same, as I like to say it, kunyonya utamu wa kule pwani? How will they access that?
First of all, before I get there, let me acknowledge Mombasa County government, because they're the hosts for this year, and there's a lot that they're putting in place. Number two, we have a Facebook page, and we should be able to hopefully live stream some of the events. But remember, there's an entry fee. Because that is partly how we raise our revenue. So we do have plans to make this accessible. Access not necessarily to the audience, but to the participant. The films, we already have 10 films that have been submitted online. So you can participate online. Even that chairperson's class, there is an opportunity to give us the link to where you have placed your material on YouTube or on your own channel, and we can access it and judge it from that space.
So you're helping even these artists who are participating to help themselves economically, because if they're giving you a link to their YouTube channels, then that means you are supporting them, and at the end of it all, though they're not getting money directly, they will be able to get money in other way, including marketing. If you have a social media platform that is your Facebook page, it means people will get to market themselves on this platform. Professor, these social media platforms for Kenya Music Cultural Festivals, what are they? How can we get them? How can you get you online?
I don't have the IDs straight off head, but we have a Facebook account. We should have a YouTube channel. I'll just confirm that. We are on Twitter. What else is there?
Twitter, Instagram.
I will have to ask Olivia about Instagram. Olivia is our publicity
and
communications
I will
person.
make sure that I will convey that information to Kenyans, because most of them are interested. Remember, I told you that I participated in Kenya Music Festivals, but for the schools, I never knew that I can do that even after school, and I'm intrigued because I have a chance to do that. So don't go away. I will make sure that I bring you all the information on how you can get Kenya Music and Cultural Festivals online via their social media platforms. As we conclude, Professor, you have people whom you've been working with, and sometimes when they hear professors going on TV, live TV, and you forget to shout them out, they might try to strangle you. So do you have some people that you'd like to shout at this morning?
Yes, let me start. Remember, we are in the Department of Culture, which means that we are, as a committee, we're appointed. And I want to thank the Cabinet Secretary, the Principal Secretary, and the Director responsible for culture, first and foremost, because they are our chief sponsors. And then the committee, all the members of the executive committee. Then I moved to the counties, the people in the counties who are responsible for culture, because they are the ones who host us within the counties. The county government of Mombasa, there is so much that you've already put in place for us to come. We're coming to Mama Ngina Drive. We are coming to Mama Ngina Waterfront, and we are coming to Little Theatre. I'm so grateful that you have already put so much in place. We have adjudicators, we have trainers, and I'd just like to really give a big appreciation. And then that person without whom we would have no festival, the creative, the culture practitioner, i.e. the Kenyan. So to all of you out there.
On 10th, there's something that I had forgotten, but the event runs from 3rd to 9th December, but on 10th, we'll have a gala.
Yes.
Which events will make it to the gala?
The gala is, and this is a practice from the Kenya Music Festival days, the gala is the winner's concert. You don't have to be number one, because by the way, by the time you're going to the nationals, you know you're a winner. Let's face it. Okay?
You've gone through county festivals for you to win and go to nationals.
Yes.
So everyone who is going to nationals, even if you don't make it to be number one,
is already a winner.
A winner.
So we take the best of the various categories, also making sure that we showcase as much of Kenya's cultural expressions, so regional representation, art form representation, these are the ones that make it.
Thank you very much. Professor, I'm honored to have hosted you today on Art and Culture Monday right here at KUTV Rise today. And I'm sure that everyone will make it to have at least a taste of the Kenyan music and cultural festivals. Please give us an invitation as KUTV. Have a crew, not only these guys that are sing here, I have others in the TX. As I told you, my producer is a musician. Maybe you can tell us if you are inviting us or not.
In my capacity as the chair of the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival, I have the humble duty of officially inviting KUTV to Mombasa, to the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival 2021 edition. Please come, and if there's a problem at the gate, look for me.
Yes. If there's a problem at the gate, we've been invited by the chairperson. For the longest time, tumekuwa get crash.
Now this time, no crashing.
No get crashing.
You're not
we
crashing.
Have direct access.
You're coming right in.
And I'm sure you're also inviting other Kenyans who are not from Mombasa County to come on board to, as you said, as audience. They can participate as audience.
Incidentally, that person who has always wanted to be taken out, this is the time to be taken out to Mombasa.
And it's on December.
Imagine. So please make your bookings. Let's meet at the coast.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about matters Kenya Music and Cultural Festivals. Right there you can see the posters. We are inviting you. Kwa sababu mimi niko invited, wacha hata mimi nichukue fursa ya kuinvite wengine. The event will be going down between 3rd and 9th December 2021 at Mama Ngina Waterfront and Little Theatre, pale Mombasa, County 001. And on 10th, itakuwa winners galore, ukipenda the gala itself. I used to love gala. I used to always try my best to go to galas. The problem is that I was always imagining the best in Swahili public speaking. When it comes to set pieces, I become number 2, number 3. I go home crying. But at the end of it all, I used to know that I'm a winner. Professor, your parting shot as we close this interview.
You're coming to the gala.
I must come to the gala. Now I have the invitation. All I'm looking for, my producer Rangure, is fair.
My parting shot, Kenyans, we are a resilient people, but our resilience is something that is inborn. It has grown with us. It is part of our culture. Please remember that wherever you go, whatever you do, there is something about Kenya that Kenyans carry with them. There's a dignity to Kenyans. There is a resilience to Kenyans. And at the moment, please remember the sanctity of life. So take care of yourself, take care of your neighbor. When you come to Mombasa, we will be following the health protocols. Karibuni sana.
Ukweli kabisa. Carry your mask. Carry your sanitizer. Kuna watu wapendi maji ya chumvi. Carry your sanitizer and all will be good. Kule Mombasa from 3rd to 9th December. When you come back, we'll be coming back with some of the events that are invited at the Kenya Music and Cultural Festivals. That is visual artists. You said we can have them.
Yes, because we have exhibitions.
Yeah.
We have exhibitions, right? Yes.
Don't go away mpenzi mtazamaji. I'm going for a short break. Nikirejea, tunaendelea kunyonya utamu wa Art and Culture Monday. This is KUTV Rise Today on your #1 television, KUTV Kenya.